If you've been following along the last few days, have been quite tough days. Yesterday was a Tabata session, so really high workload. I'm going to go a little bit easier today. It's 20 minutes of mobility, finishing off with a few minutes of stretching. Nothing too complicated, you just need your mats. So we're going to start off with the one I like always starting off with. Nice easy roll downs, and we can get started. So down to there, come up, rotate out through the thumbs, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then just roll back down. Each time you go down, trying to move a little further down. As you come up, breathe out. Good. Stay in standing, and we're going to go into that hip hinge. So it's forward from the hip, trying to keep the chest up, tension through the hamstrings, pull up, squeeze into the glutes. As you come up with these, squeeze into the glutes. As you squeeze into the glutes, think about tensing up through the abs, all the air goes out. Little pause at the bottom. Good. Still in standing. We're going to go through nice big hip circles, make them nice and slow. If you've got any sticking points, just work really nicely through that. Try and keep it smooth. We're going to work for 15 seconds one direction and 15 seconds the other direction. Try to get as far to the back as you can, as far to the front as you can. Good. Around the other way. Generally won't be a big stretch with these, but it's a nice mobilization for the hips. Good. Up into straight arm swings. So we're going to work one arm at a time, getting it up as high as you can, pause, and then back down. 3, 2, 1, there. Lift out through that shoulder joint. If it catches a bit going into this overhead position, you can go a bit wider to there with your thumb pointed back, and if it's still uncomfortable, rather just leave them out and wait for the next exercise. 3, 2, 1, good. We're going to go 45-degree arm swings. So swing up nice and high, trying to get a big stretch out through the chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then back. Alright? And just keep them working nicely with a little pause at the top, just to get some stretch into the chest. Good. Change it over. Good. Alright. Next up, we're going to move through some neck rolls. So just gently rolling around. When you get to the back, you want your chin to be up nice and high. Around to there. We're going to work 15 seconds on one side. Don't go aggressively into these. And again, just let your sort of comfort levels guide your movement. Change direction. Good. We're going to go into some shoulder rolls. So you're going to go up, around, and drop back. And then the same when we change direction, up, around, and drop forward. Okay. So work 15 seconds. A lot of us carry tension up through our neck. Nice to get it out. Change direction. Good. Both arms are going to go straight out in front. One's going to reach as if you're going into a freestyle pull, so you reach as far forward as you can, the other one pulls as far back as you can, and then you rotate out. The hand that comes back, keep it nice and tight, close to the body, and we're looking to get some rotation. We'll go through the hips as well as the thoracic spine. A little squeeze between the shoulder blades as you get to the back. Good, just shake that off. Gonna go nice wide stance, and you're reaching up and over with this hand. Get as big a stretch as you can into the side down here, and then you tuck that elbow back in. And back. And back. Good. We're going to work the other way, so really stretch, and then as you pull back in, breathe out. Hand doesn't have to be up there, just got mine up there. Good, alright. We're going to go down into a kneeling lunge position, tuck up into the glutes, and we're just working forwards and backwards through there. Often find with this, people tend to arch too much into there, so really try and tuck up into your glutes, keep the hips strong. Doesn't have to be a massive movement. We're looking to stretch quite high, not so much the quads just yet. Get into that hip flexor a bit. 5 seconds. Good. Change it over. Swing around for you. So tuck up into there, chest up, work nicely forwards and backwards through there. Keep it moving. Focus on where you feel the tightness. Just really work into that. Good. Alright. Staying in the kneeling lunge position, we're going to go to face you. Instead of being straight out, going out to 90. Try and keep your hips square to the front, but you're shifting your body over to the side, and it should hit the adductors on the inside there. And again, just move to where you're comfortable. Guys usually a bit tighter than the ladies through this adductor stretch here. This knee, make sure it's not dropping into there, so you want it open. Get a decent stretch. Change it over, so out to the front, take it over to the side, and then you're through to there. Just a fraction of a pause at the end of the range, and then back in. You're not rushing through these, they're nice, deliberate movements. 3, 2, 1. Good. From there, you can just flip the back leg around. Going to get this hand down next to your heel, the other hand comes there, and you get your back knee off the ground. We're driving the elbow down into the floor, up and around. Show you from the front. The elbow drives down to the floor, up, rotate, open. try and move into this back hip as you come down, so don't bend through the knee too much. Try and push the hip down towards the floor. A lot going on in that stretch. Hamstrings will be tight on some people, hip flexors, mid back, chest, all depends on where you're tight. Same thing on the other side, elbow drives in towards the floor, up, rotate, open. Go side on. Try and let your eyes follow your thumb all the way up and around. Good. Push up position. You're going to go hips up in the air, nice and high. Try and drive your head down in towards the floor. Lift the chest, hold 1, 2, and then go back. If that's a bit too tough, you can just drop from there. Lift up through the chest, hold 1, 2. If that feels a bit too tough on the lower back, you can just lift up through there and drop down. Up through there and drop down. The rest of you really try and work through that full prone cobra. Good. Alright, next one I'm going to go facing away from you. It's just easier to follow. Feet up in the air, knees 90, arms out to your side. Drop your legs over to there. From there you're going to bring one hand over, hand to hand, and you reach out. Try and get the back of this shoulder down to the ground, and then you keep it going. Good. Hands back onto the ground, feet come over, 90, drop them over, and then you're going to go hand onto hand, reach out, and come back. Alright, onto your hands and knees, and we're going to go cat and camel. So try to arch into the lower back there, then you pull your belly up to your spine, push up between your shoulder blades, breathe out all your air, and go again. Good, we're going to get into our static stretches. So bring your right hand over the top of your left hand, take your right knee back behind your left knee. From the side, right hand over the top, right knee back. Then you just lie back into there. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Should be getting a nice stretch down into the lats. And if you push your hips into the wall, for me, you might get a little bit down into the lower back, into your QL there. So hips are moving backwards that way. This hand is anchored into the ground. We're going to hold it for another 10 seconds. The longer you hold it, or up to a point, the more you'll feel the stretch. Good. Change it over. So for me, left hand over the top of right hand, left knee back behind right knee, and you just lie back into that. Good. Onto your side, You're going to take your trap hand, reach it over, try grab onto the front of your bottom leg, and you're going to pull your top leg up to your chest. We're just going to hold into that position. 30 seconds. So all the stretch should be in the front of the bottom quad. We've got 10 seconds left here. Good. Go over. So I'll do it this way for the side. So lying on your side, grab onto the front of the bottom leg, pull this one up. This one you're trying to pull back as far as possible. If you want more stretch, you can push this hip down into the floor, and that should add a little bit through the quad. We've got 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Up into a push-up position, and from there we're going to bring one foot up and under your body. You want to get this leg up as high as you can go, this knee out as far as possible. Some of you will be quite tight in that position already, and if you are, just bend your elbows to where you feel is as far as you can go. If you're not feeling it too much through there, drop onto your elbows, and if you're still not feeling it, you can drop all the way down and reach out. Okay, we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So it should be hitting you here into the glutes. Three, two, one. Good. Change over so that foot comes up and around. You just drop down deep as you can comfortably go. We hold this for 30 seconds. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, last thing for the day. Feet just, knees just a little bit wider than your hips. Hands down in front of you. Lie back, and we're just gonna go nice, big, deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe it all out. Each time you breathe out, just feel everything relaxing. Perfect. That's where we'll wrap up with the stretch and mobility for today. Hope you're feeling a little bit looser and more mobile after that. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.